Hello. Welcome to the Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 297. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
And this is Sam. And this is a Tutor episode where we try to teach you something new. I just want to say ahead of everything, I am sorry for the sound issues we had on Friday's podcast. Something weird happened with our audio, and it wasn't actually picking up Shaun's microphone wasn't actually what was catching his voice. So it had a really bad echo, and then the only way to fix it was making it really quiet. But it's fixed, so you can actually enjoy listening to this episode.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
Go ahead. I don't even know what we're talking about.
I know. Okay, guys. Keep life simple. Just keep it simple. I know that Shaun and I have these dreams and ideas of making a big company and doing whatever. And you can do that, but keep it simple. We have watched so many big influencers talk about how if they would go back in time, they wouldn't do it again. Because they missed out on life events for their kids, their family. They didn't get to see the people that they were friends with enough or anything. So by keeping it simple, I mean, don't push yourself to the extreme where you're starting to push everyone away from you. We've talked about it in the past that we're always just so busy doing things that we don't have time to hang out with friends, and we don't really go do things because we're always just so busy, or we're so tired from working so hard. And us kind of going on vacation made us realize that we wanted to enjoy life a little bit more. And we were going to do 75 hard, but then we kind of thought again, no, we are disciplined in quite a few ways already. And we just want to enjoy life a little bit. Because we both know as soon as we have kids, life is going to go super fast. It's going to go way faster than it already is. So now, when we don't have kids, we just want to enjoy life a little bit. We don't know how long we're going to have Mimi for. Not like we're going to give her away. You never know when a dog can pass. And so, we want to make sure that Mimi gets the wonderful life that she can. So, this week, I said I was going to work on podcast videos. I decided not to because Wednesday night, I laid outside in the sun with Mimi for 2 hours. And she was the happiest dog in the world. And I was happy for just laying out in the sun. And yes, I didn't do some of my responsibilities, but I wanted to enjoy life. And part of that, too, is, if you do have kids, be a kid again with them. Today, we went and visited my family up north, and my baby cousins, have gotten so big now. One's going to be a senior in high school, one's going to be a sophomore, and one's going to be in 8th grade. And we had a fun little badminton tournament with them today. And it was just so much fun to just be a kid, have no responsibilities. Our phones were nowhere in sight, and it was just so simple and joyful, and it was up in Cornell, so we were able to just listen to the birds. There's a deer across the pond. So be a kid again, especially if you have kids. And I'm not saying you have to do that all day long every day, but really embrace it. Really just do it for 15-20 minutes a day, and I bet you it'll make you feel so much better. You wonder why I have all these things behind me? It's because deep down, I like that kid side of me. Sometimes when Shaun's at jiu-jitsu, I break out the Pokemon cards and start organizing them. And it just brings me so much joy to just do something so simple, forget about all the responsibilities and everything that I have to do. It's just so peaceful. So, enjoy life. Keep it simple. And don't forget about the people around you that have supported you or have been there for you throughout your whole life. What do you got?
Yeah, it's you're just starting my life, dude. Simple. I live by what you just said.
Do you?
No.
It really, and it's so funny. Shaun just went on like our life plan, a 5-year life plan right before this. And the past couple weeks, he's been trying to find which car he wants to drive for a daily driver. And today he finally was just like, I'm just going to drive the truck I have. And I'm like, yes, that's just so simple and easy. Just keep driving the truck you have.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm surprised that was your topic.
You're surprised that was my topic?
Yeah.
I told Shaun I got something in my pocket, and I said, you'll just have to listen to me. And then you can add whatever you want afterwards.
I think you hit it, dude.
Mm-hmm. Literally, like, going on vacation, and Shaun and I just walking around and just looking at all of the cool buildings and the sightseeing, and just not being on our phones was just so freeing. It was just blissful, just enjoying the nature around. And then today, going up north just reminded me again of that. Yesterday, we co-hosted a housewarming party for Ryan and Eva, and we just got to hang out and drink with so many of the people that we care about, and got to catch up with so many of them. And we haven't seen most of those people in a year or so.
Right.
And it was just so peaceful. And it was funny because we just kept talking about, like, the simple life. Shaun just reminiscing of the military days where he'd just roll out his sleeping bag, kick his boots off, get in there and smoke a cigarette until he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Simple.
No, I think it's good. I don't know. There's a couple ways to do it. Or there's like, there's the living up to your full potential, right? So there's that side of things that we're always talking about. Going hard, doing the things you say, not procrastinating, and just getting your shit done. And I think it's really good to do that for discipline. I think it's really good to, like, work out, train, have a purpose. I think all that shit's really good to do. But I think, I definitely from, like, watching a lot of people who are older, like old, like late 70s, 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of them still getting after it. Most of them say like, they wish they hadn't worked so much. They wish they would have been around for more. And there's a lot of times when I listen to, like, dudes like Andy and Ed who are just like, keep crushing, crush. But those guys aren't old enough yet to know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they say the crush thing because they've, like, done so much and done such great shit, like crazy wild shit. They're my two favorite dudes to listen to. So, you know, what I'm saying is, like, after going to Europe again, chilling, looking at that stuff, I'm like, damn, instead of working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, it might be kind of cool to hang out on a Saturday with some friends, or go fishing, you know, or whatever. Go hunting, enjoy some quiet, some peace, some nature, instead of just discipline work all day, every day, bop, bop, bop.
And that's why I said, like, I think you can still grow something big, but you just have to make sure your role is simple. We don't put in 80 hours a week, and our company is still growing really nicely right now. and like we still have free time and whatever. But like, you're making sure that while the company grows, like you're not taking on too much where you have to work 80 hours a week.
Right.
Just keep it simple.
Right. Yeah.
And obviously, we'll put out the disclaimers if you want. Don't go become an alcoholic. Don't go do a whole bunch of shitty drugs.
Don't get fat.
Don't get fat. Like, I'm saying, just like keep life simple. Like, go work out, eat healthy foods. But if you want a cookie a couple times a week.
Yeah, I saw something cool today that made a lot of sense, and it was a picture of a beer, cookies, chips, fries, all that shit. And it's like, when you start treating these as recreational drugs, you become a lot healthier. And I think it's the same thing with like, well, beer was in the picture, but like you're drinking, you're eating sweets or processed or garbage food, you're smoking, if you want to smoke a pipe or cigar or whatever, like smoke some weed, whatever you want to do. I think all those things are good as long as it's used as a recreation. It's clearly bad to drink every night. You should not do that. But if you want to have a beer while you're golfing 9 holes or something, and you want to have a beer hanging out with the boys on a Saturday, there's things like that. Like if you treat it as a recreation thing, I think you're in good shape.
Yeah.
The problem is people, they don't have the discipline. When you fall in the undisciplined hole, you just keep digging deeper and deeper. Your mind wants comfort. So if you give it comfort, it will take as much as it can. Really greedy. So I don't actually, like when we was talking about keeping it simple and all that, I love it. I agree. I think there are times when you have to run 75 hard. There's times when you have to fucking reel it in and get real fucking disciplined and not have as much chill time and enjoy time and work more and do shit like that. You have to have the sprints.
But guess what? 75 hard is simple.
The
concept of it is just so
I understand.
simple.
Yes, we're okay, so sorry. We're talking about simple. Okay.
No,
simple.
Keep going. Yeah.
No, I'm just like, if you don't ever do shit to stay disciplined, you become a fucking lazy loser. You have to fucking do things that are challenging. And you do it enough, whatever, you build that discipline, and then enjoy life. Enjoy the simple life. I agree.
That's what I just love about that concept is just there's so many things to make your life just so enjoyable, make you so happy that are just so simple.
Right.
I wasn't punishing you to tell you that you were wrong with 75 hard.
Sure.
I'm just saying the 75 hard is just, it's such a simple concept and it can improve your life so much.
Yeah. Same with the power list. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't overcomplicate things.
No.
You can be happy in a very simple way.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of things too is a lot of people want to be their own boss because then they have freedom. That's not simple. That's not freeing. Most of the time, I talk to some dudes in a lot of companies, the salesman, Patrick Bet David just said it today, the second dude tends to make more than the owner, because the owner is putting in so many more hours. They got so much more bullshit to deal with. They're on the hold for everything. They have to sell the vision. They have to do all these things. Second in charge, they just have to implement. That's it. It's simple. They just got to implement it. That's it.
Yeah.
They have to come up with all this shit and do all these things. And when you look at people and you see, the people that just have like the regular day job, and then they like hang out on weekends and shit like that and have their afternoons off. I mean, it's a simple, enjoyable life. And as long as you're staying disciplined and you're raising a good family, you're setting a good example, and you're like being to your full potential in that way, then I think it's like that's the best thing you could do.
Mm-hmm.
But too many people are trying to be the fucking cool entrepreneurs because they want to be millionaires. And I don't know if that's the move for everyone.
Right.
It's definitely not the move for everyone. No. But yeah, there's something to say. Like, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, obviously. But when you think of when I used to work for someone, that was a simple life.
Mm-hmm.
Work, train, eat, sleep. Work, train, eat, sleep, repeat every day. The weekends, car maintenance if you need to do it. Go hang out with some friends. Go hit the gym. Mow the lawn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Repeat.
And I think that's like kind of why I got on this topic was just we overcomplicate life. Like, our phones really overcomplicate life. Like, we just have so many other people's lives now in our brains at all time. We're overstimulated by that stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we talked about it a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Back in the day, like, our happiest times, when we think back to our happiest times, was when we were in school. And it was just, went to school for 8 hours, we worked out, went home, had dinner with the family, hung out with friends.
Right.
Like, and what was one of your favorite hobbies to do?
Go fishing.
Go fishing, ride on the corridor.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Just simple things. Like
right.
Going outside and just doing a simple life. And now we all just overcomplicate everything and make it seem like life is so hard. I don't have enough time for everything. We all have the same hours in a day. We all work, well, I don't know we all. Some people do have to work 12-hour days, but those people usually only work 3 or 4 days a week. So
right.
They do have more time to enjoy just off. But also just thinking back to the no responsibilities thing. Like, don't go buy a brand new car because you want to keep up with the Joneses. Like, live this simple life. Get a cheap car so you don't have a car payment. Like, don't go... Like, you just make steak and potatoes and a veggie for your dinner or whatever. Or hamburgers. It's so cheap and you don't have to go out to go do it. Like, just learn how to cook good food in your home. And it's just so much simpler. And then it's just, yeah. I don't know. It's just been very interesting to, like, think about. On our drive home, that's what I was thinking about the whole way. Just watching the cornfields go by. Yeah, we just all overcomplicate things and act like we don't have enough time in the world. But I feel like if we just slow down and start to enjoy life and make it simple again, it'll be pleasant.
Right.
So that's what I got.
Most likely. Cool. I like it a lot. All right. I think that's all I got.
Hit us up on Tutors of Life on Instagram and let us know how you're going to start simplifying your life.
Love it.
Cool.
All right, gang. Catch you in the next one.
See ya.